Hi, we're going to use Trello to create a work breakdown structure, a very important component of project planning and project management. So first I'm going to log in, but if you don't have an account, you go to the Trello.com page, enter your email, and sign up. It's free the free version is fine for what we're doing. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in. Okay, so here we end up at the home page. I'm going to click Create New Board. You can choose a background up here. You can also do it in the settings if you want. And I'm going to call it Apple Pie. That's my project. Click Create Board. So it gives me it starts with some basic cards here. We'll get rid of those, but I don't really like this background. So if you click Show Menu, change background, I'm going to pick a color. There we go. Okay. So these standard cards, as they're known in Trello, I'm going to just get rid of them because they're not relevant to what I'm doing. I also could rename them. But I'll start from scratch, so I'm just going to archive the list, and that essentially gets it off here. Okay. So the first level is essentially what are my major deliverables? What are my milestones for my project that I have to sort of create as I go along? So the first one's going to be the ingredients. Second thing I need to put together is the crust. If I click the return button, it creates a new list. As in this case, what I'm calling them are my milestones. This third milestone is the filling for the pie. Fourth is assemble the pie. Then bake it, which I would say is not, I would say is baking it is a milestone. It's also a verb. So I'm going to call this completing. Okay, there's my list. Don't need this one. So I start with the ingredients. So what do I have to do to pull my ingredients together? First of all, it helps to spell this correctly. Okay, so ingredients. So what do I have to do to get my ingredients on my table ready to go? So I have to select the recipe. Create shopping list. Purchase at store. Unpack. Okay. So under ingredients, these are the steps, the to-dos that I need to do to get my ingredients on the table ready to bake, ready to make my pie. Okay, so under crust, if you click add a card, that's how you create these different sort of cards under the panel. So the crust I have to measure. So I've sped up my adding the ingredients 4 times just to get through this a little bit quicker. So since it's kind of repetitive at this point, just adding all your tasks that you have for these milestones. So now I filled out the rest of the cards for preparing the pie. You can move things around if you decide they're under the wrong deliverable or main milestone. I think preheat oven is really about assemble because you have to do this sort of beforehand. So I'm actually going to put this up here. The other thing I realize is that actually I don't have a cooling rack. So then the nice thing about doing a structure like this is that you realize as you're going along, if there's something that has a dependency, because I don't have a cooling rack, I go back here and I'm going to add purchase to store. Actually, I can, if I double click it, I can add more detail. For instance, I can put a checklist, and I could add all the ingredients I need here. For instance, apples, butter, etc. And then I would add cooling rack. So now I have sort of a sub list under purchase at store, and this little checkbox shows me there's two things there. The challenge for work breakdown structure is how granular to get, how far down into the weeds you get with this. So for instance, I'm not indicating under ingredients that I have to get into the car, start the car, drive to the store, leave the store, put the ingredients in the car, start the car and get back. That's a level of detail. It's not necessary for this. And you can decide what level of detail you need for your particular project. So once you have this ready, then you want to make this public or invite me so I can take a look at it. So you click the invite. You just put qu.edu and click send invitation. I'll get the invitation, and then when you share me the invitation will share me the link to your Trello, and you also should probably post a link in the course for us. So in review, each list here, which Trello is calling a list, is a major milestone, something you need to, where you need to get in order to proceed to the next milestone. And under each milestone are the steps, the tasks, the things you actually have to do to arrive at that milestone. And this will come back to this during the course as a way to see if you're on track and what's going on as you proceed to collect your artifacts and to create your project.